Okay, on slide 18, alternate plan of care. New things are always coming around the corner. Assisted living facilities 20 years ago, no one even ever heard of them. Thus, the policy is open for new things that fall under long-term care services. You would automatically acknowledge that. So that's what they mean by alternate plan of care. Just letting you know that's built in the plan. Slide 19. Once you're deemed to be chronically ill, you might recall we said chronically ill means that you need hands-on or standby assistance with at least 2 activities of daily living, or cognitively impaired where you're a severe threat to your health or safety, as indicated by a healthcare practitioner, an RN, an MD, or a licensed social worker. Once you're deemed to be chronically ill, we will start paying you $1,500 a month right away. $1,500 in cash, you use that, whether it's to reimburse a non-licensed person, however you want to use that money. In the state of New York, you can use that for up to 24 months. In other states, it's 12 months. So right away, you don't have to wait for what we call to satisfy an elimination period, a waiting period, because there is a waiting period built in the policy. I don't have a separate slide on that, but just to let you know. It's a 90-day waiting period. Now, during that 90-day waiting period, you can get the $1,500 a month. If you wanted to hold off on getting reimbursed for any type of expenses, up to 24 months in New York, 12 months in other states, we can keep giving you the $1,500. So you have that right away to help a transition. Slide 20. Home support services. Also, without satisfying any elimination period, we will pay you 100% of charges up to $10,000. Let me utilize my terminology again for transition, such as assistive devices like Wanda mats, wheelchair ramps, this is home modifications too, grab bars, durable medical equipment, think of special beds, special chairs, caregiver training to help, let's say, a non-licensed person, a family member, learn how to help provide care. Also not on the slide, for personal emergency medical response systems, where people it goes to a central place to keep them updated if something happens. Also transportation for necessary health care. So this money is available to reimburse for these things to get the family accustomed. Remember, the challenge is not in a nursing home. That's not the challenge. That's a relief. The challenge is when you want to keep that person who needs the care at home and keeping the family intact emotionally, physically, and financially. So right away you're going to have that starter benefit of cash. You're going to have the home support. By the way, you don't need any bills for that starter benefit. You're going to have this money to pay for bills that we spoke about to transition in the house. Let's go to slide 21. Remember, I'm not asking, you don't have to make any decisions. Remember, all this is built in. Oh, one other thing. Let me take you back to 20. Very important that I forgot to mention on this home support. It also pays for care manager. If your choice, that's, let's say, like a social worker or a nurse who puts together a plan of care, advises the family, guides the family. So it's not as if I need care now, what do we do? We'll help you find people with our resource and referral service. We will tell you different services in the area. You interview people. You see who you're comfortable with. So that $10,000 is also there to help pay for that person, to guide, advise. Very, very important. Okay, slide 21. Built-in inflation. This is the one. The built-in inflation where you don't have to decide on taking it or not. It's already there. That's the one you should go with, in my opinion. Guaranteed increase feature. It guarantees your ability to purchase additional coverage equal to 25% of your original policy amount. The increases will occur every 5 years, ending at age 76. The increases are based on your age at issue for the increase. That's the one piece where the premium premiums going up. And I should stress, once you're on claim for a period of 90 days, you satisfied the elimination period, your premiums are now waived. Once your premiums are waived, you never have to satisfy an elimination period again. Let's say if you got better, you had a stroke and you recovered. Once a day is satisfied, it never comes back. Now, the reason I bring this up is because if you're on claim, these offers continue to come to you, and you don't pay for them, and your pool of money will expand. There is nobody that does this. And also, when I describe to you that 100,000 to a million, or in New York 200,000 to a million, I want to also stress something else to you. There's no daily limit. There's no monthly limit. There's no annual limit. That money is there. When you satisfy the elimination period, you've got that money there. And you know you don't have to satisfy the elimination period for the starter benefit, that cash, and you don't have to satisfy it for that $10,000 home support benefit. So let me give you an example. Let me quantify what GIF means. Let's say you bought $200,000. In 5 years, you will be offered automatically 25% of the 200, which would be $50,000, without evidence of insurability. If you don't do anything, your pool of money just expanded from $200,000 to $250,000. 5 years after that, you're going to get another 25%, $50,000 offer. If you don't do anything, you're going to get it based on your attained age for that piece. You now have $300,000. And something else to let you know on this plan. The more you buy, it's banded, meaning the more you buy, the lower the cost per thousand. Whether you start out higher, it costs less, or as you build it up, it costs less per thousand. Okay, they do have other ways that you can do the inflation. I don't recommend them. They're very expensive. You're 99 and 9/10 of the time. The only reason they offer other inflation options, it's more or less mandatory with the state insurance department to have it offered. The guaranteed increase feature allows you to buy future dollars very cheap. So I would highly recommend the guaranteed increase feature. And again, that's built in. You don't have to decide on that. It's just built in. How much does it cost? Well, Michael indicated this, that you would meet with Michael. The cost of the policy will vary depending on the type of services covered. Really, the best way to say that, it will vary based on the amount you buy, number one. And I don't have to worry about a benefit period here. It's just really going to be the amount you buy. And another factor that influences the cost of a policy is your age. And one other factor that comes into place here is where you live. New York cost, it goes by region. It will be a higher cost than, let's say, Ohio. And the reason for that is because the cost of care is higher here than there, and you have the access to the money right away. This is something for you to discuss with Michael, and he will guide you on that. Why buy now? The best time to transfer the responsibility is when you can. What I told you when I bought those plans on my kids 26 and 29. The underwriting is getting tougher and tougher. The time to get it is when you can get it, and you can build in the future with the guaranteed increase feature, but at least you know you got a base plan. Each year you wait to purchase may not only increase the annual cost of protection, but it's simply another year you're not protected. Well, that's kind of obvious. Each year you wait could put you medically at risk. Well, quite frankly, that's kind of obvious too. Remember, with Prudential long-term care insurance, you may be able to offset the cost of extended care services without exhausting your assets. And remember what I said. Assets, I referenced this a little earlier today. Assets don't pay for anything. Assets generate income. You live off of income. If I took $1 million and I took 5% of $1 million, that's going to be $50,000. And if I asked you how much of that do you need, you're going to say the whole thing. Where's the money to pay for care? Remember, by definition, if you need an extended care, if you did, not saying you will, if you need an extended care, by definition, it's a reallocation of income, and if it lasts long enough, it's an unintended evasion of principal. So, and I believe the next slide, you will see the contact information that Michael has provided. And I guess I'm done at this point, and I'll hand this back over to Michael.
Thanks, Steve. So I hope you've all learned about the opportunity that CS Technology is offering you guys and your extended families, which is an important point, to protect your retirement from a long-term care need and why that might be important. This is a big opportunity that I urge you to consider because the long-term care insurance marketplace is changing. We're all aging. Talk to people who have been through an extended care situation. See what they've gone through. Think about if acquiring an insurance policy to transfer some of the risk is right for you. Also, talk to your extended family, your parents, your in-laws, your grandparents, your aunts or uncles, your children, your siblings. See if they're interested. It's an opportunity for them to also get the 5% discount on the credential offering through your affiliation with CS Technology. As I said earlier, the long-term care insurance marketplace has changed in the past few years, and it will continue to evolve with higher prices and fewer benefits. In 6 months, the market will be different again. If this is something you or your family are interested in, learn more about your options and consider putting a policy in place now to protect your retirement. Myself and my partner, Rich Rizzero, will be available over the next few weeks to help you review your options. As a matter of fact, we're going to be in the offices on Thursday, in the New York office. This is a short-lived program. All applications under this program must be completed by May 15th. This program will not be available after that. We'll probably put a different program in place. But if this is something you're interested in, I encourage you to consider looking at your options now. To help educate you, we're having a lunch and learn meeting in the New York office this Thursday at noon and next Wednesday at noon, the 25th at noon. If you're interested, please RSVP to Steve Tucker so we can get an accurate count. Meantime, if you have any questions or want to set up a one-on-one meeting, you can also reach me or my partner Rich Rizzero. Our contact information is on the PowerPoint. You can give me a call at 646-885-2843. Or my email is michael_korn@natfin.net, where Steve can give you our contact information. Thanks for your time. Is there any questions? Anybody have any questions? Okay. With that, if the people from Ohio, if you're interested, you can give me a call. We obviously won't be able to attend the meeting, but feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. And again, thank you for your time.
Bye. All right, thanks. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.